Hey guys, how's it going? We're on Cybuchowo or Cybuchowo. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Let me know in the comments. Number 1, Cybuchowo. Number 2, Cybuchowo. Or 3 other if I'm that far off. But we are playing a one-day playthrough. So I do these one-day playthroughs so that people can see what they're expecting from a map. If it's something that they're going to be interested in. How busy will the map keep you, and what's involved in the map, what it's all got. So we're going to start our one-day playthrough, which we've already started, obviously. Now, I need to go and get some equipment that I've already bought from the dealership. Forage wagon and a plow. We have to sell our old plow because I don't like them. We're gonna get rid of that one, and we'll go down and see what we bought here. We can sell this too because I turn off weeds. The weeds are turned off. And where is it? There we are. The Lizard 6 MT. Now normally I buy the 9. But this is a smaller fields map, so I stayed with the 6. And then where is our wonderful little forager right here? I didn't get the 16. I got the 26 because 16 is just a little too small, and you're running back and forth trying to get rid of it a little too much. So that's all we're going to do. Now I do want to remind anybody that hasn't played this map yet that there are added ingredients in here. You've got a blueberry processing plant, and then you've got all of the different adjusted recipes for all these blueberries in here. So we can go down if people want. Oh yeah, and we do have added like flax and alfalfa, field grass. We'll go through everything. We'll go down to the list. We'll do it from there. Get back up to the top. We got alfalfa, barley, buckwheat, canola, carrots, clover, corn, cotton, flax straw, grapes, grass, green beans, long grain rice, mustard, oats, olive, parsnips, peas, potatoes, red beet, rice, rye, sorghum, soybeans, spelt, spinach, straw, sugar beet, sugar cane, sunflower, triticale, wheat, and that's everything. But with that, you get much more down below in the miscellaneous. So you got alfalfa hay. We have blueberry cake, jam, juice, milk, all kinds of stuff down here. We'll just take a quick spin. Not sure if we're going to catch it all, but clover hay, cream cake, what else? Flax oil. Let's go down a little bit more. I don't see anything there. Molasses. We got OSB board in here. Paper rolls. So we've got all the productions in here. What else am I missing? Well, you guys get the point. There's a ton of stuff in here that isn't in just the normal game. Yeah, and that's about it. There might have been 1 or 2 there that I missed. But you guys get the idea. We'll scroll her back up to the top. And here we are. So we've got our... This has got a few in it, I believe. No, it doesn't. It's not that one. It must have been... Was it in the sawmill? No. Wood chips. There we go. The OSB board and wood pellet. That was the one that I was trying to find. So, our trailer must be in the way. Okay, we'll get her out of the way. Let him keep doing what he's doing. That grass field ours? That grass field isn't ours, but we're going to take a little shortcut around to it. All right, I've got to go and get some equipment, pick it up, and we'll be back. Okay, guys, we're back with our equipment. Harvester is full. There is something I wanted to point out on this map. There was a update recently that fixed some of the problems that were with this map, so it should be good to go now. That's kind of why I stayed off on the playthrough. So now everything's been fixed. I mean, it was never really game-breaking fixes that needed to be done. There were some floating leaves and a few other things. Broken fence, I think, and oh, there was something with the new crops were growing out of season or something like that. Or you could plant them out of season. Maybe that's what it was. But finish this off. There we go. Get this guy out of the way. And then we'll go through a few things. So if we look on our map, a lot of our fields are duplicates. So we've got fields kind of scattered around. We've got wheat field here. We got another wheat field there. The barley field we're doing, it's the only one. We've got a canola field here and a canola field right here. And then we've got an oat field right here. Now, I believe that's it for fields. Let's go to farmer just in case but I don't believe I did. No. And then we've got our forestry area that we own, which is right there. So we do start with a little bit of everything. I mean, we don't have any productions, but you can't get everything in life. You got to start somewhere, right? So you do have the opportunity, if you look, a lot of the fields around your farm are ready to harvest. You do have the opportunity, if you want to duplicate some of your fields, you can get a grass field right here. The field prices are fairly cheap. So we've got one oat. You could get another oat here. I mean, I started the game with 250,000 because I always think 100,000 isn't nearly enough anyways. So we're going to start with 250 minimum. A lot of the times on bigger maps, I'll go right up to a mill and start with that. So I think our harvester, yeah, is done. We'll go back to our harvester. Pick up our little bits everywhere that were left behind. Not a whole lot, but something. And we will get rid of the rest of this, and we will move on to our wheat field. So you can see at the beginning of this game, you've got lots to do. And I mean, really, I didn't have to spend a ton of money. I could have bought the smaller forager, and it could have gone from there. Wouldn't have made too much of a difference, but there we go. We'll start that one up. We'll hop out. And I think we just might buy this grass field, but I do want to wait until some of this stuff is sold and brought in because I want to see what kind of cash we have. The barley we might not bring in right away. I'm not sure what prices we're looking at. Yeah, we're fairly low. I mean, they are going up. We could wait a couple of months. Even wait till January on the barley. It's the only one that we have. Only field that we have. There's not a lot here. So we'll go get rid of that for now. The wheat we might bring into the mill. We might buy the mill. Oh, we're on the back one right now. We'll switch it to the front one. No, not our green door. Come on now. Don't be stubborn. We gotta go back a little bit. Oh, what am I doing? Dum-dum. Gotta change it. There we go. Where is our dump point? There we are. I was changing the wrong one. We've only got, what was it, 8,400 on this one? Almost 85. There we are. See if we can't swing around here. It's a little tight. It will go into our open area. We've got to wait for our wheat, but we park our butt right here. Can hop into our forage wagon. We'll put whatever we can into our cow barn, which I don't think is very much. What did I not lower? What am I missing here? I thought I lowered that. Oh, we're on the weight. Jesus, it's got me all turned around. Usually you hook up to a piece of equipment and it picks it up and stays on that, but for some reason it stayed on my weight. So we'll clean up this field. Probably take a couple loads off of here. I don't think we want to... Yeah, we could bale some, I guess. But I was thinking we would sell it and make a little bit of cash. I'm going to go a little bit all over just because of the way this field is designed. Get a little bit of this stuff cleaned up on the outsides. Oh, we got more grass over here we could buy too. I've got to look. Can't remember. I don't think there is a TMR mixer on here. But there's one thing that I missed in the map review. Well, I'm not positive that I missed it, but I'm 90% sure I did. Right here, there's a compactor there that just kind of blends in. I was always wondering why those fence posts were there. So there's a compactor right there for your grass. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll back this back up and we will head over to our cow barn, because I'm pretty sure we're almost tapped out for straw for our cow barn. I don't think we will be able to put in any more. Now, I'm not sure which door. I think it's actually this one. Yeah, it is that one. We'll go run open the other door too. Now we can only fit 40. But if I remember correctly, there are open areas for you to add more if you like. You can add some more barns if you like. Okay, we're gonna take it all. That's already more than I thought we'd be able to get in there, just because of the size of the barn. Okay, let's see if we can clean this up properly a little bit now. Lower our pickup. I really like that this map Has so many different things going on. Like it's got all the productions, the animal husbandry. It's got added crops, the blueberries. It's nice to see a different map than the same old all the time. Don't think this one was... No, this one was in 2022, wasn't it? I believe I remember seeing the name, but it never caught my attention like it did this year. I could be wrong. Maybe it wasn't in 2022. I'll have to look back, but let me know in the comments if it did. I'm pretty sure it did. All right, well, we'll get this stuff cleaned up, and we will be back in a bit. All right, guys, we're back. We are on our second wheat field, cleaning up our straw. This is the animal dealership, which is almost right across from our farm. So we're just going to go and sell our straw, make a couple of bucks. We don't need all this straw. Could bale it and store it. But I think we're going to have plenty more where that came from. No, obviously it's not worth much money to get rid of this straw, but it's something. And I really don't have anywhere to store it. And I don't want to bale it and then have to buy a trailer. So, the woes of early gameplay. If you want to start with lower money. Now, oh, we just hit the fence there. Now, I mean, if you really want to get into this gameplay, which I kind of am starting to get into a little more, like I'd like to get into the productions a little bit more and not slow play a map. I think more and more people are just wanting to, get that $1 million and buy a few productions and really get into the game. We've all slow played the games in the past. I mean, the $1 million option was only given to us this year, so in 2025. So up until then, I mean, unless you were using the modded money, adding money through power tools, everybody was slow playing these maps, and I think there's only so long you can do that. And certain maps are good for slow play, and certain maps aren't good for slow play. Certain maps you just want to get into them, and you just want to see see what they've all got. So let's hop out of here. We will go and grab our other tractors so we can get our grain collected, and he can finish off that field, and we'll move on from there. So I haven't been able to get back to any of my series because I broke my glasses and I couldn't see squat. So I got my glasses back, so now I don't know if I'm going to go back to those series because it's been like almost 3 weeks since I've been able to do a series. I suffered through some maps because, hey, you gotta do your map reviews. You gotta stay current with those. So I did the map reviews. I kept the description on my computer, which I can see better than I can if I print it out onto paper. So we did that. Stop. I wanted to collect the rest. Okay, guess not. Oh, it only holds 8 anyways. What am I worried about? So we're gonna start a new map series. I just haven't figured out which ones I should choose from. I want to do a North American map, and I want to do a European map, or, you know, anywhere across the pond. So any suggestions on map series you'd like to see would be appreciated. Now, the North American map, I think I'm going to hold out a little bit because I'm pretty sure we're going to see Iowa Plains come out right away. And I would like to start my series with Iowa Plains. I think Alma has come and gone. You know, everybody played it enough, and then it took so long for the update to come out. And then when it finally did come out, it's kind of like, eh, I've moved on to other maps. And, whoa, didn't know we could hit him. I thought we went right through him. That's horrible. Agroforest, I love playing it, but I've kind of lost where the hell I am and what I'm doing. And we've pretty much done, you know, we started doing everything that we wanted to do in there. So instead of trying to get back into it and keep doing it, I think we're just going to go with Iowa Plains. And then, like I said, you can suggest a good across the pond series that we can do. I would like to do 2 series, and I don't think we're gonna go beyond that because it's between maps coming out. I mean, just when you think you've got more time to do stuff, maps start popping out left, right, and center. And I don't think can handle more than 2. 2 sometimes even gets hard, but I don't know how often you guys want to see. You know, if I did like my Agroforest series, sometimes I put out a couple in a week. Sometimes I just did 1 a week. It was kind of all over the place. I'm still trying to figure it out what the best way to do it is, so we'll work on it. We'll figure it out. Okay, I think we'll do this crop next. This should be our, actually, you know what? That's our canola, right? I think we'll go back over here. We've got some canola ready over here. We'll do this one first, and then make our way back. There we go. Pop over to here. We'll go take care of our wheat. So I was checking the production prices. Production prices are standard, so we will not be buying the grain mill. And that's another reason why I say, you know, it's almost better to start every map with just with a mill. And if you find you don't need it, you can always go back into power tools and reduce it. If you have power tools, I don't believe power tools is available for console players, so I mean, you can just keep that money and, you know, just don't spend it. You don't have to go and buy all the new stuff. That's all up to you, right? It's how you want to play the game. Everybody plays the game differently. We should really get on some plowing. So when I play, I turn off crop destruction, and I turn off weeds, and I turn on plowing. Just the way I like to play it. But like I say, everybody plays a little bit different. I think Europeans are a little more prone to play with the weeds and a little more realistic than us North Americans do. I don't know if we're just lazy or what, but And I'm not saying everybody. I'm sure there's plenty of people in North America that like to play with the weeds. That's why we all watch different YouTubers, right? All right, so we'll clean up the rest of this field. Back that up. And we'll keep going on our canola. Canola might have a better price. I doubt it, but remember last year, or sorry, not last year, but in 2022 when apps came out, usually the grain that you were harvesting on the first day had the best price so that you could make some money off of it. Now that we can add up to $1 million, that seems to have disappeared. But yeah, a lot of maps used to have where you would go to sell your grain, and on whatever there was to harvest, you had the best price. I mean, it dropped through the day, so you had to get that field done quickly and get rid of it. But I remember that from 2022. That was it was a good way to make a little bit of extra money at the beginning, because we couldn't go beyond, we couldn't start with $1 million or 250 or 500. We just had the option for the 100,000. Well, console players, anyways. All right, so we'll clean up that field. Get on to our other canola field. And I believe then we've still got an oats. And we will clean all that stuff up, and we'll come back with a quick little wrap-up. All right, guys, all the fields are done. All the straw has been taken in, and we're back for a recap. So obviously, we didn't need to, let's lift that up. We didn't need to go and buy a plow. That was $17,000 we spent. Got $7,000 back for the other plow, so we lost $10,000 there. We didn't need to go buy a forager, which was $77,000. That alone would bring us back up to our $250,000 right there. We've got all our grain. So our grain is, let's go down. We'll start with our wheat. So we got 8,000 there. We got almost 10,000 of oat. Canola is almost 11,000 and almost 8,500 of barley. Now we could go and sell that, but why sell it in August when we can hold on to it until January, make almost twice as much money off of everything? Well, not the barley, but the canola is definitely a better price. Oats is a better price. It's all a better price. So we're going to hold on to it. I mean, we could have brought in one of our grain trailers to the vehicle shop and had it switched over to a bale trailer, and then we could have baled everything, because we do have a baler right here, and we could have just collected them all. Let's just see. Did we have... I don't believe we did. We didn't have a fork, did we? So we would have had to do a bit of modifying there, because there is no front loader attachment. So we would have had to do a little bit of modification there, but wouldn't have cost nearly as much as I spent. So you can see, you can pretty much even out, and we didn't even touch contracts. I mean, there's a million contracts. I mean, they're not the biggest contracts, but hey, there's contracts. There's one, 7,200. You know, you do a few of those and you can really boost yourself up. So that's it for this playthrough, guys. Thanks for joining me. I'm Dirty Bones. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Stay dirty, everyone. Peace.